Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. Our guest is Dr. Greg Celaya, and we are talking about inflammation of the brain, the causes and the effects, and then how to get rid of it or at least reduce the chance of brain inflammation. If you get the flu, is your brain always inflamed, Dr. Celaya?
Well, you get inflammation, and it can be a temporary type of inflammation, but you feel it. You feel the inflammatory responses.
Yeah, you feel.
But so does your whole body.
Right. You feel lethargic. You can't think straight. I mean, that's one of the things about the flu, right?
Right. But not every type of flu is going to create those same symptoms.
Right. Stomach flu might be different.
Yeah, you may have some different scenarios. It may not create brain inflammation.
Got it. Let's talk about what we can do to fight or prevent brain inflammation. I mentioned one or two of those. So
yeah, I mean, you kind of have to start back at the basics. And number one, you got to have the proper caloric intake, right? If you're eating too much, you're gaining weight. That is an inflammatory response. So you've got to be very careful. Carbohydrates are great, but too much creates a problem as well. The wrong fats, big issue as well. You want to have the proper fats in your diet. The same with protein. Fiber, all the other nutrients, the phytonutrients, the different vegetables are really important because of the antioxidant values that they have to reduce inflammation. Inflammation can be caused by oxidation as well.
There's another word for oxidation, too. It goes from oxidation to rust. I mean, that's basically what it's doing. I mean, the body is rusting, in essence.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people come up and ask me about oxidation. Well, isn't oxygen good? Yeah, we have a love-hate relationship with oxygen. Appropriate amount is great. Too much, you oxidize and create problems with the chemical reactions that happen.
Do we get enough, with all the crap in the air throughout the country, especially here in Southern California and in metropolitan areas, do we get enough oxygen? And are the
We get enough oxygen.
Okay.
We get enough oxygen. It's just mixed with a bunch of other stuff that necessarily isn't good for you and can create inflammation as well.
And what about oxygen bars? I mean, you can go and, get tutti frutti smelling oxygen at the Las Vegas airport, and it costs you $20 for, breathing 10 minutes of supposedly pure oxygen.
I don't know much about it. It sounds all great, but I don't think there's any research showing that it's appropriate, because if it were, you would have been seeing this a long time ago.
There are a lot of, it's popular, but, and I didn't like it. I remember that. I didn't like the smell. I didn't like the flavoring that they added. It's like, I've never smoked tobacco from a hookah, but I can't imagine cherry flavored tobacco tasting good. Not to me anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. So, and you get into vitamins, minerals.
Right.
You've got some great antioxidants, vitamin E, vitamin C. You've got selenium, different carotenoids, the vitamin A's, that kind of stuff. CoQ10 is a real important one. Anti-inflammatories like resveratrol or turmeric are really good.
Do you cook with turmeric?
Oh, absolutely.
That's a great spice.
These wonderful spices were actually designed as medicines, and we've turned them into spices. They're great.
They are great. They're tasty, and they're very, very healthy. What about balancing hormones?
Absolutely. I work a lot with hormones, and one of the things is that we fix everything around the hormones, and I see some tremendous changes with those hormones. If you just go in and you start trying to make changes by supplementing with certain hormones, you've got a real problem, because it is so complicated. You may really create more problem than good. So do we work with hormones? Absolutely directly, but we try to do it indirectly because it makes a big difference. Another thing that can actually work well is fish oils. That makes a big difference in inflammatory responses, if it's the proper stuff.
Right, and it should be clean. It should be as organic as possible. Wild caught?
Wild caught, third party independently tested. You want to make sure that it comes from a certain type of fish. Sometimes krill can be an advantage. You've got EPA and DHA, which are both in those oils, and you want to make sure it has the proper ratio.
What if you're a vegetarian? Flaxseed oil a good supplement?
Flaxseed oil is a great supplement. It's just really, really hard to get the proper amounts and ratios with a flaxseed. Flaxseed's great, by the way. It's a good source of omega-3s.
Right.
But it's just, I don't think it's enough. That's my opinion.
Gotcha. So that the fish oils really add to it. Well, our regular contributor, Dr. Greg Celaya, chiropractor, master degree in nutrition. He's a CNS, DACBN, and CISSN. And maybe we'll spend an hour talking about those sometimes because we'll need to. But we will have Dr. Greg back with us very soon. Dr. Greg, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Daryl.
And we appreciate it. We will see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, actually, and then again on Thursday.
Well, we'll see you then.
Okay, good deal. All right, I'm Mark Allen. We're going to continue as we talk about diabetes type 1 with Dr. Alberto Hayek coming up next here on Late Night Health.